You light now. Hi guys, this is Maureen Kamari of Amari Baking Center. And I'm here with my sister.
Hi.
This is Ellie. It's been a while since we did a live. I hope you guys are all doing well, keeping safe, social distancing, washing hands, and all that fun stuff.
Wearing masks.
Wearing masks, by the way, guys. I'm not wearing one because it's just us two and we're social distancing.
We're social distanced.
Definitely. But for us, what we're doing is actually, yes, wearing masks and wearing gloves when we're working on our decorated products. So at least I'm doing that. So as you join us, please say hi and where you're watching from, and we can just continue having fun. Before I get started, just a few updates. We're currently not offering any physical classes for now until we figure out what to do and the government says something else. But we're also offering online classes. So later I will make sure to share some details. Anyone joining us?
Top serve.
Hi, Top Serve. How you doing? All right then. So guys, today I wanted to share how to frost whipped cream cake. Then I want to share to you guys how to do chocolate drips. And then what else? We'll be piping with one of the Wilton tips that is really, really popular. And then I'll be showing you guys how to do chocolate bark or chocolate shards. They have different names, whatever you want to call them, okay?
Tracy J says, love you guys. Lots of love from Ahero Kisumu.
Awesome. Mahiro Kisumu. Woohoo! Awesome. Thank you
Fazia
for joining us.
Ramadan says hi.
Hello.
Joy Kavita
Hi, Kavita.
from
Hi, Joy.
Kaloleni Giriama.
Hi, guys.
And Carol Chisista.
Hi, Carol. Thank you
think I
so
said that.
much. Yes, you did.
I did say
A
that.
lot of you guys are from our online class, actually. So, yay. Awesome. Thank you so much. I love your company as you join me. You haven't missed much. I just started, guys. So, first, I'm actually going to put whipped cream on the cake just, to show you guys how to do that. But if you want more details, guys, I'll be doing this in the online class, so join, you know what I'm saying? I will share details. So right now, I'm going to go on to the cake right now that I actually crumb coated like hours ago. So that's why it doesn't look so perfect. It was in a box, guys. But this is what you call a crumb coat. And I've layered two 6-inch cakes on top. I'll be cutting it later so you can see it to see how that works. Now, I have used Purato Saliente. It's a non-dairy cream topping. You can get it from Top Serve. And I've just whipped it until it's a nice, soft, fluffy consistency, as you can see. We actually have an online class in our free community group, so you can actually see how to do that. But as you can see, it's really nice and creamy. So what I want to do is actually apply it to the sides so then I can show you guys how to decorate it for that. So I'll be using the spoon, but at the same time, guys, I'll also be using this small offset spatula or palette knife to apply my frosting, okay? All right, so we're going to do that.
Caroline Dinda says, hi, Mo.
Hi, Carol with the K. Thank you for joining me. You're so awesome. All right, so what we do, guys, is lightly apply the frosting with your palette knife, and we call this the paddling motion. It's like paddling with a boat, guys. So it's the easiest way to actually apply frosting, whether you're doing the top or the bottom of your cake, and whether you like starting with the top or the bottom of your cake, guys, whichever it is. This is how you do this. So just paddle away, guys. And then what I'll be doing, you can smoothing this with a palette knife, guys. But today I'm going to be smoothing this with a bench scraper. I'm a huge fan. Anybody who knows me knows I love bench scrapers. And they're really good with smoothing the cake, so.
Carol Chisita says this is from Malindi.
Oh, hi, Carol from Malindi.
I was fine in Malindi.
Oh my God, I hope you're fine. Hanging out. How's the weather there? All right, guys, I've applied the whole cake with some whipped cream frosting, guys, okay? Now I'm gonna be using this bench scraper. I hope you guys can see this. I like these lighter ones and you'll see they have measures because they're 6 inches, so they're tall enough, and they're really easy. So you wanna put it sort of angled against the cake. Don't press, but don't press too much, guys, okay? And I'm gonna go halfway, and this is why it's awesome to use a turntable. I get halfway and then I take off. And you see this excess right here? I'm going to scrape it off and place it into my little bowl here, okay? So it's always good to have a palette knife. Then what we're going to do is continue, like basically almost from where I stopped, angle it and go round. All right. Now what will happen, you won't get it right the first time. As you can see, I have like sections that are not smooth. So what you do is you only go adding frosting on those sections. Like maybe I can start with here. Yeah, that's a big chunk. So right here, I just go adding where I see there's a lot of stuff so that I can come back and smoothen. So it's something to get used to. Not everybody likes bench scrapers, guys, but you know, you can try them out. I like it especially for taller cakes. Really nice. I'm going to try again. I'm going to start here, angle a little bit. Pressure, but not too much pressure. I go halfway and scrape out. And do it again. And there we go. So guys, this is a bit of a repeat situation happening. I'll do it one more time. We're not going to look for perfection. We are usually a little bit limited on time, but you get the point. I'm going to do this again. All right, then I'll scrape one more time and try again. Now, if you want perfection, you're going to keep doing this, guys, until you get it right. Especially some of these places. Oops, be careful. Make sure all your tools are clean. So if cream falls there, you're good to go. I'm going to do that. Now, what I might do, guys, is actually show you how to use a decorating comb. Just because it makes this a little bit easier when it comes to the cream cakes and you don't have to keep going back and forth with it. Let me start a little farther, actually. There we go, a little bit better. All right, guys, now before I get to the comb, actually, what I'm gonna do is work on the top. All right, so as you can see, I still just have a crumb coat on the top. So what I'm gonna do is spread some frosting on top and then basically smoothen it a bit. Now, usually with cream cakes or buttercream cakes, the work comes when it comes to the edges, because you really want to get those nice sharp edges. So you might be there for a while. And guys, I tend to have a few palette knives near me. So here's another one. This is the longer straight palette knife.
Paulina Cheng says, hey.
Hi.
Oh, and Shiro Isaac.
Hi, Shiro. Hi, Dwayne. Thanks for joining us.
Kathleen Jockey says, watching from Kamulu.
Oh, wow. From Kamulu. Awesome. Thanks for joining us. All right, I'm going to get these sharp edges again, guys. Because, like, you know, us bakers can be perfectionists as we continue. But in these lives, I don't go for perfection. I go for perfection in my online classes, guys. So we're going to do more of this as we continue on in May and June in our online classes. So this is one way to ensure nice sharp edges. All right. Now, I want to see if I can try out a decorating comb technique. And by the way, always have a cloth near you, guys. Because, you know, smartness, neatness, and all that lovely jazz. And it's always sort of good to go cleaning as you continue so that your cake surface doesn't look too messy, especially if you're trying to do something like drips or something that'll pull attention.
There's Agatha from Mombasa and Teresa from Umoja.
Hi, Teresa. Hi, Agatha. Thanks for joining me, guys.
Caroline Karani, who's from Machakos.
Hi, Caroline from Machakos. Thank you for
We're
joining me. So, guys, I'm going to be using this decorating comb. You can actually get it from Topserve. They have a baker's kit that comes with it. I'll share a link on unboxing I did on that. And what I want to try and do, this is perfect for cream because what it does, if you're so worried about all these bumps and stuff you're seeing, you can just do like sort of a shape on the side that people will not pay attention to the surface of the cake. Okay, so don't put too much pressure.
There's Emmy from Mombasa, and Masi Wangoi says hi. This needs a lot of patience.
It does, guys.
And Beatrice says she's hi from live from Pika.
Oh, hi Beatrice from Tika. Thanks for joining us. Lots of patience required. Now for this, I definitely, guys, would suggest a thicker layer, but I just wanted to show you guys how to use this. It gives you some really nice combed edges on the side. In another class, I definitely would actually add some more frosting and keep going, but that's how we doing that for today, guys.
Catherine is from Buru Buru.
Hi, Catherine. Thanks for joining me. This is how far we are. We've put a layer of whipped cream. We smoothed it with a bench scraper just so you know how to use a bench scraper. I wanted to show you guys how to use this decorating comb. This is a bench scraper that I was using, guys. Okay, so this is what I used to smoothen my sides. Then decorating comb from Topserve, really awesome little tools to have. I did it on the side. I would do it a little different, but I say, guys, my lives are usually limited to time, so you know, I'm just gonna get there, guys. So to finish this off, we're gonna do drips on this cake. So I'm gonna put this aside so I explain a little bit about drips. So when it comes to drips, you can do them in different ways. Today I will be using dark compound chocolate. Also, you can get it from cake supply shops. So what it is, guys, just to show you from the beginning, it comes as a big chunk. You can buy 200 grams, 500, 1 kg, 2.5. Dark compound chocolate. What you do this to it, guys. You don't want to melt it when it's full. Chop it into small pieces, and then you can melt it in two ways. You can take these small pieces, put it in a microwave safe container, and microwave like bursts of 20 to 30 seconds as you stir. But if you don't want to do it that way, if you don't have a microwave or you're worried about burning the chocolate, we use this. We call this a double boiler. It's when you take a smaller pot or bowl, put hot water, and then you put a bigger one on top, and the steam is actually what is supposed to melt your chocolate. Now, chocolate is very sensitive, guys, so you don't want to melt your chocolate using direct heat, and that's why we tend to use a double boiler or a microwave. And when you just leave it there and you stir it a little bit at a time, guess what, guys? It melts totally. Okay?
Grace Burrows from Modero, she says whipped cream is her favorite
Ooh.
icing to use.
Hi,
And
Grace.
Tina Mod is like, can I taste the cake when you're done?
Oh my God, so totally. We will be tasting it for you guys.
We'll be social distancing delivering.
we will social distancing taste for you. So that's how we'll do that. We promise, for sure. All right, guys, stir it a little bit just to make sure it's nice and fluid as you can see it. And then now, guys, what I'm going to do is that you can actually use drips in different ways. If you're more seasoned, you can actually scoop with a spoon and use that. But for those people who are not very confident with that method, what we're going to use is a piping bag. Now, this is just a fresh disposable piping bag. You can get them from cake supply shops like Topserve. And I haven't snipped the end, guys. Now, what makes it easy, if you have a tumbler or a long glass like this, you just place it in here just so that it can hold your piping bag very easily. Then I'm going to take my bowl. I wipe this off because chocolate and water don't go well together, guys. Now, I'm not going to pour all of it. I'm going to pour like some of it and leave some over there, because I'll be using it for something else. I set that aside. Make sure you have kitchen scissors. We always have a set of scissors in the kitchen where we don't use it for anything else. And what I'm going to do, guys, now since I'm going to do this really quick, do you see how it hasn't gotten all the way to the end? This is good, because I want to snip it at the end just a little bit. Let me see how I can do this. All right. Then bring my cake here. You see how I'm holding this up? This stuff is gonna start pouring, guys. So And then now I'm gonna start doing my drips. Now let's see if that was enough of a snip. No, it wasn't, guys. It's coming out so little. So I come back. I always have my tumbler close to me. Snip a little bit more. And back here. All right, good. I'm getting a drip. Now you have to be careful. You don't want to drip it without a plan, if that makes sense. So you go a little bit and you pour, make sure it's dripping for real. You want to make these drips uneven, some longer, some shorter. So sometimes you can just stand there and press, and sometimes you can just do a little bit. And what it does, since it's melted chocolate, it's gonna, start dripping on the side. Now remember, chocolate temperature, so you want to sort of move quick with this so that now sometimes I'll go around looking if I want to add more drips. If I want longer ones, because I don't like how far they've gone, I'll come here and add a long one like that, right? I can add one here, another one here, like that. So get enough drips as you like. They don't always have to get to the end, guys, but you do want unevenness. All right, guys, I think I'm pretty happy with my drip. Now you can choose to drip this all over the place, but guys, that is not my plan today. You can actually spread the chocolate here, but that's not what I'm looking for. Right now, I was just looking for drips. So as you can see, really nice drips right there, guys. Can I get some love bubbles for my drips, guys? Hit that love button.
Rich says hi from Migori.
Oh, hi. Thanks for joining us. Guys, what I'm doing is putting it back here because I will be doing something else with the chocolate. So, but that's how you do drips. Hit them love bubbles, guys. I love them love bubbles.
TJ Tracy J says, wow, I love this.
Awesome.
Wow, I love this.
Oh, yay. All right, guys. By the way, you want to wash off that disposable bag really quickly because, yeah, it tends to, what do you say? Set. All right, so guys, I'm going to do two things right now. I want to make what we call chocolate bark. So if you're doing this, let's say this is an order you're doing. You want to put this aside and do the chocolate so it starts setting. So what I'm going to do before I finish my cake, I'm going to set this aside, bring this. This is just a cake board and some parchment paper or greaseproof paper. And I'm going to pour this chocolate right here. And what I'm trying to do is like some chocolate shards or bark or however you want to call it. And then I can break them off later and just put them on top of the cake. Using a silicone or rubber spatula is awesome because it gets everything. I got these tiny ones actually from Jumia, guys. But you can also check Topshop. There's some awesome medium-sized and large-sized ones that come in their kit. Now what we're gonna do, guys, is spread that chocolate.
Hadassah John Wavinya says she's from Machakos. Hi. And Noni Mwangi says, I love this. May God bless you.
Oh, thank you so much, Noni.
Ashalul says, baking is my thing. I can't miss your videos.
Oh, thanks.
Flavor Bakers from Kino.
Yay!
Hi,
Oh
long
my
time
God.
Amari. We'll visit you soon.
I know.
After social distancing is over.
Agree, by the way. I remember you. Thanks for being a supporter for years and years. I really, really, really appreciate it. And she's a neighbor, actually. We're based on Dwadu Road, which is very close to Odero, guys.
It's like 10 minutes.
It's literally
it's
a
less
10
than
minute.
10 minutes.
It's less than 10 minutes, definitely, if you're driving. And it's like, yeah, less than 10 minutes even with a mat, guys. So I am going to spread my chocolate. Remember, chocolate's set, so you want to do things to it before it decides to start setting. Now, I want a slightly thick layer, so I love using offset spatulas. So, of course, I'm using my little offset right here. You do want to try and keep it as smooth as possible. Not doing such a good job, but you guys get the point. Alright, I'm going to leave it there so it starts setting. Now with bark, the reason why it's called bark is because it's supposed to have some extra things on the side. So guys, you can pour in some rainbow sprinkles, which I don't seem to have. So I'm just basically going to use chocolate sprinkles on top. All right. And you can put other stuff. Like if you're looking to get some crunch, an idea I have is like putting some sesame seeds on top because it just looks different. And then, hey, we can get some big chunkies in here by just sprinkling a few of chocolate chips, guys. So that what happens is that when it sets directly on that chocolate with all those things. So get creative with, you know, whatever you want to put on your bark. So you're going to give this, depending on how hot your area is, it can take an hour. You can put it in the fridge to go faster, but you want this to set on a flat surface like this. So I'm going to put this aside so that we can continue on.
Grace Burr says send a slice to Odero. We'll be right there.
Nice. Nice one. We'll see if there'll be enough to actually send.
Ruth Ricky says my cake journey started from Amari. Hey, that's awesome.
Hey, Ruth. Ruth was in our Nyeri class in 2017, by the way.
My
so,
God,
yeah,
that's awesome.
Yes, total alumni from the OG alumni, as we call them.
OG. Brother Josh says watching from Sierra County.
Awesome.
Loving this. My regards to Maureen.
Oh, thank you so
Maureen
much.
regards.
Thank you, Ellie, for the regards. The regards have been gotten. All right, so guys, this is a piping bag, with a tip that you may have seen. Let me see if I can read it because I know you guys possibly can see it. This is a 4B tip. I call it a French tip. If you guys can see it, it has this sort of jagged teeth. We call these French tips. These tips come in a set of 4 with a 2D and a 1M and a round one from Wilton. So I just wanted to show you guys how you can use that set of 4 tips for a large sort of border and easy application. So this is the same whip back. All I did was color it with a little bit of green so it looks like a nice lime kind of simple green going right there. So what I'm gonna do, once I make sure it's coming out, guys, I come here. Now I'm not getting too complicated. All I'm doing is pressing and going up, guys. All right, so that's what we're gonna do. And of course you can do different things with this if you want. Like you can try a rope border. We actually have a live tutorial we did some time back on borders, so you can always go to our video section and check it out. And of course, I'll be covering tons and tons of borders you can pipe in the baking and cake decoration online class. So for those who are joining me, awesome. We get to, you know, see all that stuff. I'm going to make that a big one. All right, guys. Now, I have done my decoration. My middle is very, very empty. Now, generally, if you have a client asking for a message, obviously that's where you'd write your message. But currently, I am doing this from home or for just...
It's a social distancing cake.
Exactly. So let me bring something, Ellie, as you show them that cake that I have to use for this. All right, as we finish this off, I had done some chocolate bark, guys, because, you know, obviously it might take longer for that to set. So this is my bark. You do notice after some time it does tend to, you know, set upwards. But there you go. If you want to cut, generally bark is actually cut in any which way direction. Hot water and dip in just a regular knife. And you just want to clean that with a nice clean cloth. And you can try and sort of cut your shapes. Now, sometimes it works very well. Sometimes it doesn't. There we go. This worked. Right? And you can cut the different geometric shapes if you want. But like I said, bark is supposed to be like asymmetrical. It's just like any side, any shape. If you're connected, you have to give it a minute. Sorry, guys. We had lost you for a second. We're back.
Stella Kimani says hi. She's just joining us. So
oh, hi, Stella. You had missed a bit, but I will be reposting this so you can, you know, watch more of the stuff. So I've cut my little bark as much as I can into like, not looking like it's into shape, but into shape somehow, if that makes sense.
There's Fedi Samasi from Meru. She says, thank you for being you, Maureen.
Oh, that's nice. Awesome.
Oh, no. Thank you, Maureen, for being a blessing.
Oh,
I'm
that's
making
so
up my own
nice.
stuff.
Can
Sorry.
you imagine she's making up things, guys? I'm
I'm
kidding.
like reading stuff. I'm like, what?
Thank you so much. Be blessed too. Thank you.
And there's Rahab Waidera from Mombasa.
Hi, Rahab. How's Mombasa? All right, guys. So take your little shards. Be careful. Chocolate is still somehow, if I can say, it's still fragile. Now, all I'm going to do, guys, is just keep this simple and arrange it on top of here. Now, you can actually insert it into the cake if you feel you have enough space, but sometimes you feel that you don't, and so you can pipe like a small piece of buttercream there, like a small amount of, whipped cream, and then you can use that to arrange your little chocolate barks as you want. I'm going for, asymmetrical, no shape,
Artistic
kind of stuff happening right here. So we call it when we have no plan.
It's artistic.
It's artistic.
There's no plan.
Exactly. It's not planned. So, guys, I'm just gonna go around. It forms as we go. So you can use this even if you're doing like a Black Forest cake, guys. You can break them into, better pieces or however you want them to look like. Do your thing. I'm really gonna stop there. I could keep going and then we'd be overdoing this, but I guess I'm going for that.
Shard forest.
I'm making my little shard forest, guys. We have named it. All right, guys. So that is how you do your chocolate bark. It's still, my other one is still cooling, but you get the point. So guys, what I wanted to mention, we have done whipped cream. I've shown you how to use the decorating comb and a bench scraper. We've done the drips. Please note that they're uneven. Some are really long, some are not. I always tend to tell you, if you do drips, don't do any butter on the bottom because it really pulls attention there, and we want people to pay attention to the drips. So when it comes to designing, really, this is what you want. We piped using the 4B tip, which is a French tip from Wilton. You can get that from Top Serve Limited. We did chocolate bark, or shards as you'd like to call them, and we placed them on top. You can also always come on the side and place them if you want. Kind of your thing. All right, guys, I hope you guys love that. And before I finish, guess what? I'm gonna be cutting this cake so you can see how it looks like, guys.
Caroline Rita says awesomeness. Glad
Thank
I'm
you.
here. Awesomeness, I love that word.
Oh, yeah.
Awesomeness.
Ellie is just totally loving the awesomeness thing. She says it a lot too.
It's awesomeness.
Awesome. Thanks, Carol. All right, guys, I'm gonna cut so you can see the inside of my cake. I'll taste for you too, so you can enjoy with me via social distancing. Thank you.
Social distancing.
social distance tasting.
Social distance tasting. I know,
it's a thing. All right, so we're gonna place this here.
Wendell Bondo says, great work as always.
Thank you so
They
much.
like some chocolate chips.
All right, this is a chocolate chip, by the way, guys. This is in your Decadent book if you don't have it, or if you have a vanilla cake. This is it. Just add chocolate chips in there and that's it. Right, guys? Really, really delicious. And yeah, I'll just be tasting it for you guys, okay? So I'm going to taste a small piece.
Yeah, she just ate the cake. Social distancing here.
Really good, guys. Make your own. This is for here. After this coffee, me and this cake, and Ellie, we're good to go.
At least I'm close.
I know.
But not too close.
A little peeps, I'm sorry. By the time we get there, it's going to be done. So, yo, make some cake, guys, all right? So, thank you guys for joining me. Just a little bit of recap. I will share all the relevant links once I reshare this post. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me. I really appreciate it. I hope you have gotten some value from this video. I want to tell you guys, I will also be sharing the link for the online classes. The deadline's on the 5th for 2 of them and the 18th for the decoration one. Since we can't do the classes now, trust me, if you're looking to learn or improve your skill, definitely sign up for these classes. Anybody in the classes can tell you they're they're the best, and you're just going to enjoy yourself. So thank you so much, Ellie, for hanging out with me. Anybody saying anything?
Emmy says so beautiful, and Carol Chisista. Yeah, I keep saying I think your last name wrong. I'm so sorry about this.
Forgive
But
her.
yummy yummy. Just say yummy yummy.
Thank you, Carol. Tell her to say Carol.
I would say Carol. I would match to the last name.
Please stop,
Carol
okay?
yummy yummy, she says.
Thank you guys for watching.
And you guys stay safe.
Stay safe.
Wash
yes.
your hands.
Eat these too.
And wear masks.
Wear a mask, by the way.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye, guys. Love
Bye.
you. Mwah.